Started very quickly. Oh, now YouTube catches up, of course, last second. Got to turn my phone off since everybody's been hounding me for stuff. Oh, goodness. You ain't kidding about hounding me for stuff. Hey, everybody. It's Louis Porter Jr. I'm here for another lovely episode of Transparency Agenda Daily. And today's a busy day. I mean, a lot of stuff came out today. A lot of information, a lot of stuff all over. Got to kick around some stuff from, all different kinds of stuff. I'm talking about really all over the internet. So let's start out quickly and fastly. We're going to start out with our favorite, of course. Going to start out with Kickstarter. Like we said last night, our two big ones finally ended last night. Eclipse Phase being one of them. I believe it was like 187,000 is what they walked away with. So I'm guessing not a bad deal for them. Not a bad night. It's good money if you can get it. I wish I could, but hey, I just do my best. So hey, Adventure Kit is still going on. I think they're at 22 or 24 last time I checked. I remember. My memory's still good. So still solid. We've got our buddies, of course. We got more 5e focused stuff attached to this link and Pathfinder. So if you're a fan of either one, you can see what's going on, see what you like, see what you might want to pick up and support. It's all about helping out people to support. Next up, we're going to be talking about, I changed the order from normally what I've done. So instead of going into like stuff, I talk about my stuff. That's kind of really awkward. Let's talk about our friends doing Patreons, of course. All right. So as always, if you know any Patreons, if you know anybody who wants to put a Patreon up and tell me, please tell me. We'll put you up here. We'll promote you because we want people to make better stuff. So the more better stuff we get to create, more stuff we'll promote. Real simple. First up, of course, is Clinton Boomer. Clinton Boomer's got some great stuff going on. I know he's probably going to be kind of busy for the next, 18 years with his new daughter. But, I assume he's going to be kind of busy because he's got a new baby girl and he's probably taking care of her and there's going to be all kinds of stuff. So check by his personal website. Check out his stuff there. Also support him here on his Patreon. That's always good. We know that Owen Keith Stevens is going to be working like a madman, so he's working. That's not even the question. And Raging Swan is always doing cool, interesting stuff at their Patreon. Go by, check them out, give them some support. They would appreciate that. I think most people appreciate getting money from their fans. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't like getting money from their fans? I guess nobody. Boom. That's what I'm saying. Next up, I think we're going to go in my personal favorite one. That's right, a little self-promotion and business. First off, of course, Neo-Exodus Legacies. Yeah, we added something very cool last night. If you are a fan, you should go check it out. It's actually been in several boards talking about, just ideas and concepts that people haven't thought about. Like, a vault full of stuff that you need to take and loot. So we've been kicking around that idea for a while. There's some more stuff going on. I got to talk to some more people tonight when I get off this about that. Of course, we always have Stonemeyer's blog, which I'm sure has the same stuff. They haven't put anything new in a couple days. Oh, sorry, I'm mistaken. See what happens? You assume something. Today, 5 lessons from a Kickstart expert. Well, he's raised $1 million, so he must be an expert. So I'd say go check it out. What's the worst you can think can happen? You get some great knowledge and use to make yourself some money. Boom. And of course, you talk about our guys over at Black Diamond Games. They've got some cool blog stuff up. You should check it out. Very, very good. Very, very exciting. All right, now let's get down to the nitty gritty. It's really this is what you came for. Like, holy cow, man! Today was like video announcement day for everybody. I mean, TV, movies, video games. It was crazy today. So let's start out with the first one that I thought was just straight out crazy. Apparently, Netflix is making another. I guess we're going to call it a sequel to The Dark Crystal. Yes, that's right. Jim Henson's Dark Crystal from 1980. I can barely remember. They're making a sequel, and it's going to be called The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. And if you go to the link we gave you, there is a quick little trailer. I don't know what is going on. I think it looks awesome. I can't wait to see more of it. That's just going to be cool. The next two up are the big ones that I'm interested as actually a business side. That's Destiny 2. They put the new trailer up, which was awesome, straight up awesome. That's how trailers for action should be. That's just awesome. Next up being the gameplay premiere live stream. It's over an hour long. I'm like 30 minutes into it, and I'm loving every second of it. It is like crazy. It is great. I don't know if it's a sequel or a prequel for Dark Crystal. All I only know is what I saw. You guys can check it out. All I know, like I said, it just came out today, and that's all I found out. Once again, you can thank Owen Casey Stevens for that because he put me on to that. I'm like, what's that? What the? And I had to put it on. I'm going to talk about that. Next up, Wayfinder 17. If you're a fan of Pathfinder, you know Wayfinder is the Pathfinder United fan base magazine. It's all free. It's going to be available at VisoCon this year, and the cover this year is awesome. I'm not going to tell you why the cover is awesome, But if you're a fan of Paizo and you're a fan of Pathfinder, you're a fan of all that stuff, go check out the cover. It is amazing. You might recognize some faces. I'm just saying. No, my face is not on there. I know it's adorable, but no, my face is not on there. I believe we have an ad in there. We have an ad in there. We have a full-page ad. I can't remember if it's Neo Exodus or Obsidian Apocalypse. I can't remember. I think we got an ad in there. So, boom. That's something cool you should check out. The other cool thing you should check out, if you're a fan of the CW and all the cool DC-related comic book superhero shows, they are adding another one, Black Lightning. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Black Lightning. I'm just amazed they finally got together with Tony Isabella, who's the original creator. There was a long-term feud between him and DC and paying money and stuff like that. That's why, if you're a fan of the Super Friends, the character Black Vulcan is the, copy of Black Lightning, because they didn't want to pay any rights to Tony. So I was surprised that it ever, got together, and they got Black Lightning. So now Black Lightning is going to be a weekly show on, the DC network, because that's what I'm calling it now. It was really just the DC network. I just want to know what universe is going to exist in. Is it going to be in Supergirl's universe, or is it going to be more in Green Arrow's and Flash's universe, or maybe something totally different? See, that's the cool thing. DC has really made a great way to approach this whole going lots of different places and it's all still DC. I mean, it's smart. They've got the TV thing down pat. Movies, they can't figure out for anything. But TV, those guys are, A-okay. Who's beeping my phone? Was anyone doing my show? Next up is the trailer I saw, Wisdom of the Crowd. Okay, I saw this trailer. It's a TV show coming out. I can't remember if it's NBC. And I saw the idea, and I was like, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Global Frequency. Not the actual show, but the idea and concept that cell phones and you collect information. And I don't want to ruin it for you. Try out the trailer. It's kind of interesting. It's got some cool stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm interested enough to talk about it. So that's how interested I am. Next up was one from ABC. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, geez. And when they promoted it, I was like, ah, geez. So they have a new one called The Crossing coming out. And of course, they promoted, from the network that brought you Lost, so you could figure out what they're doing there. And they're going for, it seems like they're trying to go for that kind of cool, niche science fiction-esque thing. And it's kind of interesting. There's a superpower moment you see in the thing. It's like, okay, all right, let's see. Let's see what they're doing. It might be really interesting. I don't know, and I can't, they didn't give you enough. But I was interested enough to talk about it. So, boom, they made me that interested. I saw a lot of stuff that I was like, I'm amazed by that. Next up was the Alienist. And this is a TNT drama. And it was dark. And it was dark. And I'm like, what is this? And there's some ladyboy moments. And I mean ladyboy moments. And I was like, what is going on with it? Wait a minute. So now I got to see it. Now I'm interested. I know it's set in, it was in 1896, I believe. And so it's kind of, that era, that look. But I was interested. I mean, it got me interested to talk about it. I was like, what is that? I got to see what's going on there. It looks kind of crazy. So I'm going to check it out. I think it's going to be kind of cool. I think it had some interesting stuff. Two things I want to talk about. I didn't include the links, but I just want to talk about. I saw a trailer for the TV show, wait for it, SWAT. If you're old enough to remember SWAT being on TV before, and the movie they just did, they're now doing SWAT as a TV show. SWAT. That's right, SWAT. The show many of us remember from the mid to late 70s. I'm talking like, maybe not that late in the 70s, but like, so they're redoing SWAT, which I'm like, I don't even understand what to say to that. Because I mean, it's gone from TV to movie to back to TV. Yeah, okay. And then the other one that was kind of surprising, they're doing Navy SEALs on CBS. Now, CBS had a great Navy SEALs show on before, written by David Mamet. And I don't know why they're doing another one, but then I saw David Boreanaz, aka Angel, aka Bones, is doing it. So I'm guessing he must need some more cash or something. He might need a little bit more money. That Buffy money not coming in like it used to, and I guess that Bones money isn't coming like it used to. So he's like, I need some more money. I need to pay some bills. So he's doing another show, and he's playing a Navy SEAL in this one. So I was like, okay. The trailers were okay. They weren't horrible. I've seen worse. It's what I expected to be. No, the reboot the reboot did have L. Cool J? No, it's Samuel Jackson, not L. Samuel Jackson. Yeah, and yeah, yeah. You didn't miss anything. If you watch the original TV show, you didn't miss anything. This new TV show is trying to feel very much like the classic show, but Shamar Moore isn't it, and I have a fundamental problem with Shamar Moore. So I don't know. Oh, was I supposed to talk about the? Oh, I guess everybody's seen it now. I don't have to talk about it. The Star Trek trailer. I mean, I'm not even look. I'm pissed because I missed it. It came out after my show, and I would talk about it, but everyone's seen it. And everyone's giving their opinion. Everyone's crying about what they hated. Look, I don't know what's going on with it. I think it looked interesting. It looked professional. It looked good. Not as good as, Axanar, but, we all can't do high-level work like the guys who do at Axanar. Just say it. But, it was interesting. And I'll see what happens. I'll see how the first 3 episodes go on the other side. If it's crap. Some people don't like the whole, J.J. Abrams universe. I'm like, good Lord, dude. You can't show Bones, McCoy, and Spock like the old guys they are because it's not interesting. And those shows are never coming back. The ones you saw in the 60s are in the 60s. They're never coming back. Let's move on with them. Let's move on to make better things. And people just want to cry about, oh, it's named this and that. Shut up. Just enjoy it. It might actually be really good. I don't know. And yeah, I didn't know why the Klingons did look like the Drow. I don't understand that either. But whatever. I mean, hey, we're going dark. They said we need to get some black people on here. How can we do this? We'll make the Klingons dark. Excellent darkness. That's a good way to go, I guess. That's not the role I would have picked. But hey, whatever, man. Let's have some fun. Make it interesting. Let's make it interesting and fun and enjoyable. I think that'll be 90% of it right there. So, okay. So, the title, I know you saw that title in, BioWare, Bungie, Blizzard, can destroy Hollywood. And today was a prime example of that. I saw a lot of, no, they're not trying to get you. I saw a lot of bad trailers for shows. And not in the sense of, oh, could be better. It's like, no, these are not very good. One of the freakiest trailers I saw was apparently Roseanne is coming on ABC. And I don't know if they're playing the reruns of Roseanne or it's all new. It was just, it was a crazy trailer. I'm like, why are we going back to do Roseanne? That was not that long ago. So yeah, so at this point I realized that Hollywood and network TV is out of ideas. So now's the time that we, at the tabletop, video games, comic books, all this stuff, now it's time for us to kick them in the groin. That's straight up. These guys are done. They don't have a plan. They don't have any good ideas. They're showing me shows I've already seen before. They're showing me shows that were shows, then movies, and now back to shows. It's over. It's over for them. We need to figure out a way to put them down like the mangy dogs they are. Let's just call it like it is. Netflix has proven that we don't need them. They need us. And if we do awesome stuff, and apparently Netflix lets you do awesome stuff because the way that Max what's his face? I keep saying Max Schnell in there. No, he's not the Nazi. Max Landis keeps talking. They don't ever let them, they don't do anything. They don't interfere. They're like, oh yeah, do whatever you want. Don't spend too much money. Just do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm just like, holy cow. I don't say don't pitch. Alan, you're looking at the wrong way. Don't pitch stuff. Stop pitching. These guys are stupid. They're not gonna get it. They're stupid. Stop pitching. What we need to do is start creating our own stuff, developing it low budget, and then building a fan base and going with it. Or going to other YouTube creators right now who are doing cool stuff. My man Philip DeFranco started his own news show, asked for stuff from Patreon. He's getting supporters. He's going to get advertisers. He's going to get big, and he's going to be a legitimate force. We need to think the same way. Stop thinking that I'm at tabletop, and this is all as big as it's ever going to be. Oh, woe is me. Hey, stupid. Let's get back to some thinking here. If you had a company where you made, let's say, $70,000 a year, how many people would say $70,000 they take that job, right? Right, most people would. Most people, yeah, 70 grand, that's good money. Now imagine 70 grand doing something you love that you've done for free, and now you get paid to do it and have it more fun. Who would want to do that? Yeah, what? You want me to make comic books and you're paying me 70 grand a year? Oh, I'm good. I'll be good. And then you can get to go to conventions where people see you as a star and you get autographs. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're at that stage right now. Look, we need to stop thinking about, I'm going to get this thing that's going to make me millions of dollars. Stop that. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea for your long term. What you need to think is, I'm going to do this cool project, and it's going to bring me between $75,000 to $100,000 a year. Let's be bluntly, man, that's a lot of money. I don't care how you slice it up. It's not $1 million, no. And $1 million, you do something stupid. You have a drug habit, and you be dumb as hell, and next thing you know, be smoking crack for $1 and doing all kinds of stuff for $1 down by the river. Down by the river. So 100,000, you can live very well. You can live very, very well. There are tons of Americans who don't even make close to that and live okay. So you could live very well on $100,000. And you have a great company doing what you love, focusing on creating stuff that you love. Why would you not do that? Okay, and that's the point. That's why you should be doing it. That's why we need to think differently. Don't think it has to be a big treasure load of stuff. think it has to be something good enough that you can live very, very well. Look, at 100,000, if you have a wife, and some of us do, not me, but some of us do, you can tell your wife, hey, babe, you don't have to work full time. My company will pay for the main stuff. And you get a part-time gig, and we can spend more time with our children and have more fun with them and do fun stuff like that. Who wouldn't do that? Who wouldn't do that? Who's not into that? Who's not? Anybody gonna raise a hand? Anybody not gonna be a part of that? Yeah, man, come on. And let's be honest. Our biggest problem that we have in our creative field is that we don't think we're good enough. Hey, genius, we're much better than those suckers out in Hollywood. Want to know why? Because we're not going to put together crap. We're not going to put down embarrassing crap. Those guys don't like the stuff they create. Let's be honest. Most of the guys, they don't care about the Avengers. They don't. They've never read a book. They don't care. They just care about the money coming in. Ooh, it makes me money. That's all I care. And we want to sell it for so cheap. We're like, oh, please take my book. And they're like, oh, yes, we'll throw you a couple of dollars. Well, they run off with millions. It's like, this is the dumbest thing ever. We gotta just rein in our expectations. Let's pull it back. Let's pull it back. Let's figure out how we can do it smart, inexpensive, and creative. And we can have, and if we get the right even a small video game company gets a cool idea, runs with it, does very well, you can still make some extra money on top of that. Look, if you had $1 million company, a legitimate $1 million company that made $1 million a year, and I'm sorry, generated sales of $1 million. Who's gonna say that you're a failure? Who gonna call you a failure? Boom. And yeah, Alan, you're right. 10,000 fans, all you need. If you give me 10,000 fans, give me $10 a month, you're a millionaire. It's that simple, the math. If you want to be even crazier, 100,000 fans giving you $1 a piece, $1.2 million. Boom, $1 million company. That's it. It's that simple. So we need to think of a way how to do that. So I've decided my way is definitely going to do Neox's legacies, because I think it is about getting people to play the game. The more they play the game, the more they're going to be interested in the game. The more they become interested in the game, the more they see more stuff for it. They want to see books. They want to see comics. They want to see toys. They want to see video games. And it spirals out of that. And here's the best part. You don't have to go out of house for a lot of this stuff. The comic book stuff, you can do a small webcomic online for free just to build the traffic. And we all know the more traffic you get, the more advertisers you can get saying, hey, I'll pay you money. You send people to your website. Okay, I'll take your money. And that's free money. You didn't do anything. You just got an awesome product people like to go to. D20 PFSRDs has proven that substantially. Go on their website, look at the ads that are there. Look what ads that are there, look what ads that are not there. The smaller guys who make a little bit of money in PDFs are probably not there anymore. But the big guys bringing in big traffic income, they're there because they make money for them. It's not a bad thing. It's what we want to do. And if you get to a point where you can start saying, hey, I want to provide better ad rates for other people who are smaller, you can do that. And yes, this big thing brings in a bucket load of money. You love it. You're like, money, let me dance around and get naked. Yeah, that's great. But there's ways that you can also make tons of money and still be happy and still help out the small guys. And even better, reach down to them and say, hey, I got a great idea. Come on, let me help you get you up. And we can start doing that and teaming up. Stop fighting with each other over squabbling over small stuff. Let's team up. Team up. Team up. If you want to go far, look, you can go, if you go alone, you're going to go fast. You're going to be, woo! If you want to go far, get a group of people together. You can go, everybody can move along and we'll all do well. All do well. Sean, first of all, you should never refer to your wife as the sugar mama. I would love to call someone my sugar mama, but I'm gonna wait for somebody. Anybody wants to take care of me, I'm more than happy to be taken care of. Yeah, it's Alan wrote, they're only pilfering the 80s and only greenlighting safe investments. Alan, they're so lazy, they're pilfering really the 70s. And that's how terrified they are. So it's time for us to go, well, I got a couple bucks. I can put something together. I got an IQ higher than 2. Let me put this on here. Bam, and let's go. And let's be honest, it doesn't take a lot of money. We've lied to ourselves long enough to tell ourselves, oh, it's too expensive to do. It's too expensive. I do a show with a $70 camera. No, this camera was $50, and the mic was $45. And my computer, but that was $3,000. But that's a business computer. But you can get like a cheap laptop. Hell, remember, don't forget, this used to be my camera. Yeah, it was an expensive phone, but it's a phone. This is my camera. I used to record, walk around. Hey, look at that line. Remember those days? It happened a year ago. That's why I remember them popping up my thread lately. But I mean, this is how I started. And now I'm high tech. I moved to, I still have a horrible background. And maybe when I make some real money, that's that real money starts. I'll put a fake background with a step and repeat, and I'll have like Lewis Porter Jr. and something, I don't know. I'll have that behind me and I'll be like, oh, official. But dude, I'm at a wooden desk with some IKEA chairs and IKEA desk, my computer, this mic, this camera, and I'm going. And all the guys are like, what kind of creativity I can put in my head? What kind of cool ideas can I pull? Look. I got this in the mail yesterday. Okay? Fast Company. I read it every month. I love it. It's a cheap magazine. It says, what's the price of this thing? It tells you. It's ridiculous. It says $8. $8. I paid $12 for a year's supply. Never buy on the rack. Always subscribe. Boom. $12. I got it. Boom. Who's on the cover? No, it's not my brother. Childish Gambino. You're like, who? Glover. Childish Gambino. He's in the cover. He's number 6 of the most creative people in business. Number 6. He's just like us. Don't let him fool you. He'll even tell you he's just like us. Well, he's definitely just like me. I mean, maybe not the thing, but this is what we could do. This is what we could do. He didn't have a bunch of money, but he thought of a bunch of cool ways to do it. So let's figure it out. Let's sit down. Let's figure it out. Let's make some money. Look. It sounds crazy, but if we get to a $5 million company, we are better than 99.9% of the people who started a company. I want you to think about that for a solid second, and think about that. If you can get to a $5 million company, you're huge. Huge. Yes, team ups did work for WotC, but WotC doesn't even team up. They're just handing out stuff to other companies to do the work because they know it's not worth it for them to do it. They can pay those smaller guys. I'm sure it's a ton of money for them, and they're like, "Woo, we're gonna make a ton of money," and they print the books up and they call it a day. We have to think the same way. Teamwork. You know, 4E brought in fans, and 5E is bringing back old and new ones. Like I said, I'm not a fan of 5E. I haven't seen the money come through that I think it's that great, but there's some people making money. It's not me. I'll tell you that much. It ain't me. 5E is not making money for me. But there are people who are making it. So if there's somebody making 5E and you make Pathfinder, go to that guy and say, hey, would you be interested in converting my stuff from Pathfinder to 5E? I really don't know it, but I'd love to do something with it, and maybe you pay me a percentage. And they go, well, shit, yeah, well, of course, we'll make a bunch of money. We'll pay you a little percentage, and the percentage they can pay you is 7 to 10%. That's standard. That's not even 10%. You don't have to do anything. You probably with the art, the writing. They make it all cool. They sell it. You get a percentage, and you sit back, and people love it. Oh, I played in 5E, and I love it. Look, oh, you played in Pathfinder, we love it. Oh, it's great. We're selling IP. We're not selling the game engine. We're selling the IP. That's the important thing. A dude decades of MREs. Yep. A dude eating decades old MRE on YouTube can get 337,000 subscribers. That's disturbing. And I don't think I'd eat like decades old MREs. They must be horrible. I can only guess the horrible things that happen to your body on that one. Jesus, that's horrible. But we need more. The pie needs to grow. Okay, here's something that you want to think about for a second. The pie is pretty big already. If you don't think the pie is big, why don't you go look at board games? Board games are to the point where they are making money like they're selling crack on the streets. There's tons of money out there. And remember, you don't have to make a ton of money. It isn't about the amount of money. It's what you do with it. You can make $10 and live like a king if you know what you're doing, while someone with $1 million will blow it on stupid things and be broke. Be smart about it. That's numero uno. Numero uno. And we do need to keep it growing. And I think the best way is going into board games, that route, and different types of games, and of course video games, because video games are huge. I think the video game market is the intersection of Hollywood and tabletop. And if those guys would just take a little bit of this is something I don't get. I'm gonna say this real quick, and the time's running out. I just noticed. I never understood, and I still don't understand why the guys who make video games don't turn all the cutscenes into little animated features they give away for free. Because the cutscenes, people do it already. People are doing it on the internet already. They're like, oh, cutscene. Do the same. Have the companies do them. And then the part where there's the action, maybe do something cartoony, some kind of like a speed racer kind of motion graphic thing for like 2 or 3 minutes just to show the fight scenes you already played through, and then you get to more of the cool animation. And now you have an animated thing. And now if they're really smart, we're going to give it away for free for the first 5 days. After that, we're going to charge you, and make it some dirt cheap prices and cost you anything. We'll give you a buck or 99 cents if you want the whole thing. We'll put it online, and then we'll include some special stuff you can't find anywhere else. And it's stuff they can do in-house, or they've already done in-house. Like all those videos they shoot, just collect it in one spot, put it in one thing, make it 99 cents, you put it online, you sell it. They'll sell some, people will steal some. It doesn't matter, because you're still going to put pushing in your brand. And that kind of thing you've done already. You paid for it already. So boom, here we are. 5e is hard. Yeah, 5e is hard, but to crack. Yeah, it's hard. It says hard butt to crack. That's funny. I think you mean hard nut, but I think it's funny about his butt. 5e is a hard butt to crack. You ain't kidding, son. Lots of material for it. I believe that's easy. Pathfinder. I think Pathfinder did what it was supposed to do. It was causing disruption when some people didn't want to flip, and the people that wanted to flip the 4e did, and they found out that it was like, holy cow, we got screwed, and then this whole fiasco. So now here we are. 1940s peanut butter man. Oh my God, 1940s peanut. Oh, that must taste horrible. That must taste horrible. This thing is sitting at a table, rolling dice is boring. This thing is boring if you're not getting people excited for being there. Anything's exciting. Anything boring can be exciting if you make it exciting. You see teachers all the time who make these classes that are exciting. The kids are learning and they're excited. Dude, anything can be made exciting if you're passionate about it. Stop thinking about it's just being at the table. Blah, blah, blah. No, man, make it exciting. You get a good GM who's one part actor, one part storyteller, one part crazy maniac. You got some great stuff on there. People see it and they're like, wow, what the hell? And you see it happen. It happens at cons all the time. There'll be tons of people just sitting around watching people playing games. But that one table, and that one guy's like, boom, and make all these noises. People are like, what is going on over there? And people are just drawn to them. That's what you need to do. That's it. As a product to an audience. Yes, that's true. Should we stop thinking? We should stop thinking that way. Well, you got to tell me what way you were thinking. Just the old ways? Yes, you got to. At a basic level, without aesthetics, it can be done. I agree with you. It doesn't, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't. Well, I agree. It doesn't have to be. 5e is going to bring on new players. Yeah, some people like 5e. I don't like 5e, but some people like it. I think 5e. Yeah, that nut. That was funny. I thought that was funny. I think it's a tough butt to crack. It's much funnier. I was teaching Lovecraft to 8th graders today. Well, of course you were, because kids need to know how to open up for the old ones and accept their pathetic lives. Look, everybody's like, oh, 5e's got the stacko issue because they got so many books. Hey, everybody, here's a really crazy idea. To play Pathfinder, you only need 3 books. Oh, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. To play Pathfinder, you don't need any books, because everything's readily available online for free. If you're nice, you'll buy the core rule book because that's all they really want to sell. Don't kid yourself. They make those extra books just for something to make for something new for you guys. They don't care if they really sell. They make money. That's great. The one they want to sell is the core rule book, because the more core rule books they get, the better it becomes in the long run for them. They sell the core rule book, Game Master Guide, bestiary. That's it. Everything else is just an add-on. You got some more books, razzle dazzle, and the person selling these books is to have you sell the freaking core rule book. If they go to a 12th printing on the core rule book, it doesn't cost them anymore. They're just reprinting it. There's no more development cost. Every time they put out a new book, there's a new development cost. If they could, they'd love to put up the core book every month and sell it again to you as the new hot thing. It's not rocket science. This is not rocket science, but it is creative science. So you got to do some thinking. You got to sit down. You got to think, how are you going to maneuver yourself? And do yourself some favor. Read some better books than the books you keep reading on gaming stuff. Read business books. Read some awesome business. I put a lot of stuff in here for business books you guys should be reading. You should have been reading them from now. I don't know why you haven't been reading them. And the ones you've been reading them, I know who you are because I see how different your marketing is. And I see how you're getting a fan base. So what are you going to do? Because I'm going to read some more books. I got 2 magazines. And, of course, I'm reading a book I've already read like 4 times already with my Greek notes in here. So, hey, that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm all excited. I'm getting out of here. See what happens on the Thursday show? It's crazy up in here. It's crazy. All right. Let me see. What's the more important thing? Stop by Neoxys Legacies. I'm telling you guys, if anybody's watching this thing and not stepping by, I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you at a con. Don't you think I'm joking with you? I'm going to yank you up and be like, hey, I remember you didn't look at my show. You'll be like, oh, no, I'm not. No, don't act like you don't know. I'm gonna catch you out there. Don't let Lucas find out, because Lucas is a little terror. 7 years old, the kid was taking karate, got his yellow belt. Don't let him fool you. Ninja in training. You all ain't ready. All right. As always, subscribe here on YouTube. Right on here with Facebook. And on top of that, sign up to our thing on Facebook, or at least on basic minimum. Check out the crazy stuff we're talking about. That's right, Sean. Vault rating. Talk about vault rating. We're doing vault rating, and we're doing it. I got to call up Michael right now. I got to talk to Pedro about some stuff. It's crazy up in here. So, like as always, do what you got to do. All right. Go tell your parents you love them. They probably miss you. Even though they're driving you crazy, they're your parents. Give them a kiss. They love you. Go tell your kids they're awesome, and they can only be better. They can keep working harder, and you're behind them 110%. They need that motivation. They're not always getting that in life. Life's always kicking the crap out of them. You got to be their safe harbor so they can come and feel awesome, and that's what's important. That's what makes you a good parent. All right, I'm getting out of here this weekend. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something. So I might be at the store. I might be shooting some crazy videos. I might be on Instagram. Oh, yeah, I'm trying on Instagram for more crazy things. So if you see some crazy things pop up on Instagram, don't be surprised. I just got to get some more excited stuff. I'm not 100% on it, but you know where I am. All right. You all have a good evening, and I will talk to you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Talk to you later.